Hey guys, Dave back with Take a Break again. Now guess what we're gonna do? Well, you don't have to guess, but now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the seams, we're gonna wax these, and we're actually gonna fill up our holes on our old housing table with our beeswax. So we've got 100% beeswax here, but before we do that, we wanna lock these in. You'll notice we've put our business cards in here. What you wanna do is get yourself a razor blade. Just go ahead and trim those off level with the surface. I think it's easier to do that because now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our super glue, which is the runnier the better on this stuff, and you're going to place this right over the card. That card is going to act as a wick that's going to take the super glue down in between the slates. Now that we've got them locked in, they're perfectly set. It's going to help to lock that slate in so that it doesn't move whatsoever. So we're going to go ahead and hit all of these guys on here. Again, the waterier the better. Then we've got some stuff. This is Accelerator. This is a Zip Kicker brand. Basically, the nice thing about this, once it's set on there for just a minute, you're gonna wanna just bump that just ever so slightly. And that is going to make that super glue dry so you don't have to wait for it. And that's all it takes. Then we're gonna go back with our razor blade. And we're gonna take now, we're gonna be very careful to make sure that we get that completely trimmed down, because the next step is gonna be to put our wax over it. Sometimes what I'll do is just take all my mess and put it to the middle of the table. Now we're gonna go on to our next step. Now we're gonna take our beeswax. Usually I'll have what I've done from previous tables. We'll wrap that around a ball that we just kind of put on a screwdriver. Since I wanna get some more, I'm gonna just start with a fresh one. Sometimes when you're using it, actually the more you use it, I kind of like it better. It goes in and scrapes off easier when it's like that, but let's get our wax fired up here. Sometimes what I'm gonna like to do, this slate has been at room temperature for quite a while now, so it doesn't need to warm up too much, but I'm gonna put a little bit of heat on that. Notice I just tested that with my hand to see how warm it is. And then I'm gonna do this. A lot of techniques. I personally like to just take and touch it to the table. Let that drip in, and now I'm gonna lift it and do a second pass. And now on this one, I'm gonna take and begin filling up my holes here. Then what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and quickly and finish spreading that out. And with some tables, this one we don't need to, with some tables you do need to fill these holes as well. Check the distance between the screw holes. In fact, you know, we can show you that since I happen to have a tape measure. In between the screw holes there and there, what you'll notice is 44 inches is what it is. So since we're in the middle, or just under 44, it's gonna overhang enough that the ball will not hit this. You'll be able to feel up underneath the rail, but the ball will never hit it. And now that that is still warm, what I like to do is turn this at an angle. Go ahead and scrape this off. And when you get this piece here, you'll notice that that wraps around my ball very nicely and gets ready so that I can remelt that on the next time. Notice these things are still not dried yet. So let's go onto this side. I'm gonna heat this up. Just a little bit. Just makes the wax go in a little bit better. Do one pass. Do another pass. Spread that out. Sometimes you need to just throw a little bit more in those guys right there. Those are going to take a minute to dry. Let those set. While this is still, one of the things you can do is put your hand over it once it gets to the point that it won't stick to your hand, of course, and that'll tell you how warm it is. You're better off scraping this off when it's still warm. Once this gets cold, it's hard, and it's also hard to scrape off. But now that it's still warm, you'll notice how easy that comes off. You'll also notice again, I don't recommend plowing with it so it squishes it all up. If you take it at an angle like I just did, you'll notice you'll get this nice big stringy on here that's super easy to wrap around the wax ball. So just saves you some wax so you can reuse that, okay? And you also want to hit that a couple of times. So I would say be careful with this because this is sharp. You can get cut with that. Pull that both ways. Making a little bit of a scratch line on there, you'll notice. It actually isn't bringing up anything though. Almost on that next pass, I got quite a bit. These, now that these are setting, I'm gonna put my hand over it because I'm taking the heat out of it so it dries a little bit quicker. You know, another trick you could do is put this over the top of it. Since this is cold, it'll act as a heat sink and pull the heat out and make those dry a little bit quicker for you. Once those get to that point, I like to kind of move across it. As I hit that, you'll tend to get a much cleaner cut rather than just going across like that. Sometimes that works great. But let's clean those off, and then you want to feel those and make sure those are perfect. Notice I'm going over this a couple of times. And really the best tool that you have at this point is your hand. You can feel any imperfections whatsoever in there. That feels really good. Then we're going to go ahead and repeat that on the other side. So I'll tell you what we want to do on this time. Zoom in close and you're going to get on just this side of the table. We're going to start, first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill up our holes on here. I'm going to get these started because they're going to take a while to dry. So we're going to set those. While those are in there, I'm going to heat this up just a little bit. A lot of ways to do this. I don't mind touching the wax again to the table. My first pass, and the second pass. We're going to kind of put heat on the table and on there, spread that out nice and good like that. Third pass, I'll just kind of make sure it's spread out. Really the point of that is just to get the wax. It actually will go down inside the seam if it's apart at all. We want to try to get those slates together as tight as we can, so very little, if any, actually goes down in between. But we want to use that to mainly just seal that lip right on top. If there's any out of level whatsoever, that would fix it. Once it gets to this point, put our hand on it to take the heat out. We want it to be warm. Once it's warm, we're going to take and turn this at an angle. Just kind of skipped a little spot right there and right there, and that's okay. Now that you get this, you can take those little pieces there, wrap that around your wax ball. Makes it really good. I'm gonna go fast here before that gets too dried on me. We're gonna go back on our second pass. This time I'm gonna pull it towards me. It doesn't matter whether you push or pull it. Let's scrape that off good and clean. We're gonna scrape that up. So just for fun, we'll go right over the top of those. We're gonna fill them more in here in a minute. Obviously you can see we need quite a bit of that one. That one's pretty close. So I'm gonna stay on this side of the table. Usually it's easier to walk around, but because we're videoing this, I'm gonna reach over from this side of the table. Let's put some more in that one. Put some more in that one. Just whip your wax in there. Spread that out. Keep making sure your lag screws are good. We'll let those dry. Now we're going to scrape this side of the table. Put that around your wax ball. So just go ahead and scrape that good and clean. And I do think 100% beeswax is the best way to do this. Sometimes when these guys won't dry, because they're just too hot, just kind of getting some of that out of the way. You'll notice that one, I can actually put my hand over that, act as a heat sink to, notice how fast that's drying now. I don't want to do that one yet or it'll stick to my hand. It's a little too hot. I'm going to fan it down just a little bit. Now I can probably, isn't that interesting? As soon as I do that, you can see how your hand pulls the heat. This speeds it up a little bit. Get some of those out of the way. So again, we just want to get that to where it's warm. And if you'll slice across it like that, you'll tend to get a little cleaner fill on there. That one that's a good illustration of I did not let that dry enough. This one we did. This one you can see that it needs a little bit. So I'm gonna pull some more heat out of that, and oftentimes you end up having to put a little more wax on it and redo it. Well, that's actually pretty darn close, but just to make sure those are perfect, I'm gonna give it just a little bit of heat. Just add a little bit more to those. One more time. Fan them a little bit. Sometimes you just have to be patient. Let those sit. Just helps to cool that off. Now that those are good, we're gonna hit that. Hit that. Then you want to make sure and feel those and make sure those are dead perfect. We should be good. Now what I want to do is just make for certain that this is just one more pass over that. Make sure that's perfect. And you can feel this really good with your hand to make sure that there's no bumps or anything on there. And now that we've waxed it, we've locked in our seams, make sure those are perfect. Next thing you want to do is we're going to cover the table with cloth. And if you want to check out that video, it's going to be right here. Check us out.
And with that, don't forget to take a break.